Chosen ones, take a deep breath and open your heart to these words. You have not come upon this message by accident. Deep in your soul, you already sense that something remarkable is about to happen. There is an urgency in your spirit, a whisper reminding you that all those prayers you've lifted up, all those tears you've shed in the quiet hours, have not been in vain. You have been walking a path that felt lonely at times, pressing on in faith even when the world tried to convince you otherwise. But now a fresh wind is blowing. You may have felt it in subtle signs, in dreams you cannot forget, or in a sudden rush of hope that swells in your chest. Embrace it, because you are about to receive what you've been praying for, and this moment has been orchestrated specifically for you. Your heart has carried dreams, visions, and fervent pleas for breakthrough. Perhaps you have waited for what feels like an eternity, watching days blur into weeks and months, wondering if your prayers would ever be answered. Yet, here you stand, still holding on to hope. That hope is not a sign of naivety, but a reflection of the fire burning in your soul, a divine spark that refuses to be extinguished. You have felt the weight of waiting, and it might have tested you to your core, but that same waiting season has also refined you. The delay was never a punishment. It was preparation. There are times you may have questioned whether the universe heard you at all, whether your voice echoed into silence. But listen closely. Your season of waiting is drawing to a close. The answers you seek are racing toward you, and the universe is poised to deliver them in ways that will exceed every expectation you've held in your heart. Before we dive deeper into this revelation, I need you to do 3 crucial things. First, hit that like button as a statement of faith and alignment with this message. Second, subscribe to this channel so you never miss the guidance that's meant to guide you on your journey. Finally, comment below with the number 777, symbolizing that you are open, ready, and prepared to receive the blessings that have been set in motion. This is more than a routine request. It's a sacred act of declaring your willingness to step into the reality your soul has long envisioned. If you are truly a chosen one, your spirit will resonate with these actions and you will feel compelled to respond. If you're not ready to see your life changed, you might click away. But if you dare to embrace the transformation that beckons, stay until the last word, because what's unfolding here is no coincidence. Take a moment to reflect on your journey so far. Consider every detour, every door that stayed closed, and every relationship that ended unexpectedly. Look at how life's twists and turns led you to this moment. The heartbreaks, the disappointments, and even the triumphs have all shaped you for what is about to manifest. Sometimes, it was only in the darkness that you discovered the depths of your faith, and only in loneliness that you discovered the purest form of hope. Now, imagine all of that culminating in a single point in time, a turning point that ushers in a season of fulfillment. You are standing on the threshold of that turning point right now. Something within you knows it. Maybe you woke up today feeling a strange mixture of anticipation and peace. Or perhaps the still small voice inside kept repeating that something big is around the corner. That is the truth resonating within you. The blessing you've been praying for is on its way. But let's get honest, there have been moments you felt forsaken. You might have stared at the ceiling late at night, tears staining your pillow, wondering if your pleas were going nowhere. You fought off the urge to give up, even when doubt nagged at every corner of your mind. In those moments, you tested the limits of your endurance. You discovered corners of your soul that you never knew were there, corners filled with silent strength. Yes, it's been tough, but do you see how your resilience has grown? That was no accident. Your spirit needed to be fortified, to be stretched, so you could handle what's about to be released into your life. Sometimes, the waiting isn't about withholding blessings. It's about ensuring that when the blessings arrive, you can carry them with grace, wisdom, and humility. Chosen one, the prayers you've whispered in secrecy, the tears you've cried that no one saw, the hopes you nurtured even when reality seemed to contradict them, those are the seeds that have been planted in fertile soil. The universe heard every silent cry, every passionate plea, and responded by preparing the perfect conditions for your miracle to take root. Just like a seed buried in the earth must break open in the dark before it sprouts toward the sunlight, your dreams have been germinating out of sight. It might have felt like nothing was happening, but life was stirring beneath the surface. Now, the ground is about to break open, and the evidence of your faith is about to burst into the realm of the seen. This is the nature of answered prayer. It often unfolds in divine timing, in ways that dwarf your limited expectations. Think about all the times you felt a gentle nudge to keep going when logic told you to quit. Reflect on the instances you encountered coincidences that pointed you back to your dreams when you were on the brink of letting them go. Those coincidences were not random. They were signposts, guiding you through the maze of uncertainty. The universe has been speaking to you, sometimes softly, sometimes through dramatic encounters, ensuring you remain on the path that aligns with your destiny. Every moment you chose faith over fear, every time you decided to stand on the promises in your heart rather than bow to the pressure around you, contributed to the alignment of events that will bring your long-awaited blessings into reality. Perhaps you're wondering, why now? What's different about this moment? The truth is, the sands of time have shifted in your favor. Divine alignment has reached a tipping point where all that was once delayed can now be released. It's like the hour hand and the minute hand of a grand cosmic clock finally meeting at a precise intersection. The opportunities you once chased are about to chase you. The favor you prayed for is about to unfold in ways that leave you speechless. And you, chosen one, are standing at the crossroads of destiny, about to experience the supernatural acceleration you've been preparing for all along. Does that mean everything will magically become easy? Not necessarily. Even as your prayers are answered, you will face new responsibilities, new horizons to navigate, but you will have the grace and strength to handle them. You see, blessings aren't just about receiving gifts. They're about growing into a larger capacity to love, to give, to serve, and to manifest the glory placed within you. The gift is not just for you. It's meant to flow through you, to touch the lives of those around you. Imagine how many people will be inspired when they see your breakthrough. Picture the ripple effect of hope that will spread as you share your testimony of faithfulness. That's how big your answered prayer is, bigger than you, bigger than your private desires. It carries the potential to shift the atmosphere in your family, your community, and perhaps even the world. Of course, with such promise comes the temptation to doubt. Old fears might creep in, whispering that you're not worthy or that this is all too good to be true. Resist those lies. Your worthiness is not in question. The universe, or the divine presence that orchestrates it all, doesn't make mistakes. If you've been chosen to receive, it means you've also been chosen to steward. Believe that you are capable. Believe that you were made for this. Fear can be loud, but it only has as much power as you give it. Silence that fear by reminding yourself of every victory you've already claimed, every impossibility you've already overcome. Let your history of faithfulness anchor you in the present moment, reminding you that the same power which carried you through the desert is the one delivering your blessing now. To fully embrace what's coming, you must also be ready to let go of what no longer serves you. Sometimes, the new cannot fit into a life that is too cluttered with the old. The relationships that drain your spirit, the habits that undermine your well-being, the mindsets that keep you small. These must be released if you want to move forward without hindrance. It can be uncomfortable to face the truth that certain attachments have outlived their purpose. But if you want to steward your breakthrough well, you'll need to do some spiritual housecleaning. Say goodbye to the patterns that sabotage your success, and welcome in the discipline that fosters your growth. The reward is more than worth the sacrifice. Chosen one, you're not just about to receive an answer to a single prayer. You're stepping into an entire season of manifested grace. The moment you say yes to this new chapter, doors that have been locked for years will begin to open. You might suddenly find yourself at the right place, at the right time, meeting the right person. You may receive an email or phone call that changes the course of your life. Unexpected finances could arrive just when you thought the well was dry. Healing might manifest in your body or your relationships. The ways in which these blessings will appear are as varied as the prayers you've prayed. So keep your eyes wide open for the subtle ways the universe says, "I have heard you. Now let me show you my power." As your prayers are answered, guard your attitude. Gratitude is the key that keeps you connected to the flow of blessing. When you cultivate a thankful heart, you position yourself to receive not just once, but repeatedly. A sense of entitlement can cut off the current of grace, but a humble spirit that continually recognizes the gift within every provision will see blessings multiplied. That doesn't mean you should shy away from celebrating. On the contrary, celebrate loudly and joyfully when your blessings arrive, because your joy becomes a testimony of what is possible for others. Just be sure to remember where your miracle came from and share the credit accordingly. Faith is the currency of this new season. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about trusting that your steps are guided even when you see only the next step. Sometimes you'll be asked to move forward before everything is crystal clear. That's exactly how breakthroughs often present themselves, as instructions that require obedience. If you sense a nudge to start a project, reach out to someone, or change direction in some aspect of your life, don't dismiss it. These nudges can be direct roads to your answered prayers. Fear might try to tell you it's too risky, but leaps of faith seldom land on shaky ground when they are divinely prompted. Dare to trust that the path you're being called to walk is the very avenue through which your blessing will flow. You might encounter people who question your newfound hope. They may call it wishful thinking or accuse you of living in a fantasy. Let their words roll off your back. They haven't witnessed what you have, nor do they carry the dreams you hold. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you believe. The evidence will speak for itself when the blessings materialize. Sometimes your belief is enough to plant a seed of curiosity in others. Perhaps they too will begin to wonder if there's more to life than what they can see. In that sense, your faith paves the way for their awakening. Do not be discouraged by the skepticism of others. Let it fuel your resolve to stand firm in what you know to be true in your heart. As the blessings unfold, don't be surprised if new challenges surface. Often, when we ascend to a higher level of promise, we also face bigger obstacles. That's not a sign you're off track. It's confirmation you're right where you need to be, because adversity is part of the refining process. Challenges test the strength of your character and deepen your reliance on the power that has sustained you this far. Hold your ground, keep your focus, and remember the mountains you've already climbed. The same faith that brought you to this point will carry you into the future. Let your testimonies remind you that you serve a purpose higher than any momentary opposition. Consider this: when you finally receive what you've been praying for, there's a responsibility that comes with it. Blessings are never solely for the recipient, they're also for the people around you. So as you walk into your breakthrough, remain generous, remain kind, and remain aware of the needs around you. Your victory might become a lifeline for someone else. Perhaps your financial blessing allows you to help another person break free from poverty. Maybe your emotional healing gives you the empathy to guide someone out of despair. When blessings move through you rather than just to you, they multiply exponentially. And that multiplication fosters even more answered prayers in your life. If you've had any lingering doubts that your prayers matter, cast them aside. This message itself is a sign that your prayers have tremendous value, that the universe is not indifferent to your cries. Sometimes, the orchestrations of heaven take time to appear in your reality because the best outcomes need careful alignment. But rest assured, nothing is wasted. Your perseverance has not gone unnoticed. Your tears were never ignored. Every plea was heard, and every sacrifice is accounted for. Now, the fullness of time has arrived. Your miracle is set in motion. You're about to step into the tangible manifestation of everything you held onto in faith. Now is the moment to remind yourself why you started praying in the first place. Maybe it was for your family, for healing, for a vision of a better future. Revisit that emotional space where your heart yearned for an intervention beyond human capability. Feel that longing once more, but this time, pair it with the certainty that your resolution is nearer than ever. Let your spirit brim with anticipation. The posture of expectancy is like a magnet drawing the final puzzle pieces into place. You might feel an electric sensation in the air, a sense that something extraordinary is hovering just out of sight. Don't push that feeling away. Embrace it, because it is your inner compass pointing to the horizon where your promise awaits. In practical terms, start preparing for the arrival of what you've prayed for. If you asked for a new job, refresh your resume and sharpen your skills. If you prayed for a relationship breakthrough, Work on your own emotional well-being to ensure you're ready to receive healthy love. If you yearn for a creative opportunity, practice your craft so that when the door opens, you can walk through it with confidence. Faith without works is lifeless, and your preparation signals to the universe that you believe wholeheartedly in the future you're stepping into. Chosen one, let me emphasize the importance of gratitude one more time. Gratitude accelerates blessings. When you live in a state of thankfulness, your perspective changes. You stop focusing on what's missing and start celebrating what's already there. That celebration becomes a clarion call to even greater blessings. It's as though the universe recognizes a kindred energy in your gratitude and pours more favor into your life. Conversely, if you cling to a sense of lack, you unknowingly block the flow of abundance. So express thanks every day, not just for what you have, but for the miracles on their way. Let gratitude be the language of your soul, bridging your present reality with your future promise. As you approach the threshold of your answered prayer, take a moment to breathe in the magnitude of what's happening. This is not a casual event. It's a divine appointment. There's a reason your heart has been beating faster and your thoughts keep wandering to possibilities that spark joy. The universe is stoking the fires of hope within you, reminding you that all the battles you fought, all the late nights when your spirit groaned for relief, were steps leading to this triumphant chapter. When you finally see your prayers answered, it will feel like emerging from a long tunnel into the warm light of day. Expect tears of relief, joy that seems to swallow you whole, and the awe of knowing that a higher power has come through in ways you could never orchestrate on your own. Still, remember that the point of arrival is not the end of your journey, but the start of a new level of living. Once your prayers are answered, the real adventure begins. You'll be called to steward blessings, share your story, and keep evolving. The spiritual path is always one of growth, always extending beyond our personal satisfaction to the collective good. Let your answered prayers be the foundation for bigger dreams, grander visions, and deeper service. After all, you were chosen not just to receive, but to become a catalyst for transformation in the world around you. Think of the countless lives you'll inspire simply by standing in your truth, by letting your joy radiate from every cell of your being. People will sense the authenticity of someone whose prayers have been undeniably answered. They might ask how you've come so far, and in sharing your story, you'll impart courage to those who doubt. You may become the beacon someone else needs in their darkest hour, convincing them that there's still hope worth clinging to. Your answered prayer is not just for you. It's a ripple in the cosmic pond, touching many shores you may never see. If at this moment you feel any lingering hesitation, let it go. Hesitation is the antithesis of receiving. Throw open the doors of your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Let the fresh wind of possibility rush in, clearing out any final vestiges of doubt. You've been chosen to experience the shift, and you have everything you need to walk confidently into it. Keep reminding yourself that you've already overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. This is your time to shine, to rise, and to see with your own eyes what unwavering faith can accomplish. Feel the gravity of this moment settle into your bones. It's not accidental that you're hearing these words. The alignment of time, your inner readiness, and the cosmic will have converged right here, right now. Stand tall in that knowledge. You have been heard, and your response to this moment will set the stage for a transformative encounter with grace. If you've liked the video, subscribed, and commented 777 as an external act of faith, let your internal posture match that declaration. Let your spirit cry out, I am ready, I believe, and I welcome the blessings that are destined for me. Cherish the miracle that is about to unfold. When it does, don't keep it to yourself. Let it be a testament that miracles are not relics of ancient stories, but living realities for those who dare to believe. Shout it from the rooftops if you must. Let your joy be uncontainable, your gratitude unstoppable. This is how we change the world, one answered prayer, one awakened soul at a time. By standing in the truth of our own breakthroughs, we become catalysts for hope, weaving a tapestry of faith that spans across communities and generations. As we near the end of this powerful message, allow every cell in your body to align with the conviction that you are about to receive what you've been praying for. Let your heart race with anticipation for the goodness that's rushing toward you. Feel the energy around you crackling with possibility. Dare to dream bigger than you ever have, because you're stepping into a dimension where limitations dissolve under the brilliance of divine favor. If you can hold that vision, even for a second, you'll see it expand until it becomes as real as the ground beneath your feet. Carry this prophecy with you into your daily life. Wake up each morning with the joyful expectation that something wonderful is unfolding, whether you can see it yet or not. Transform your perspective so that even mundane tasks become stepping stones toward the extraordinary. Stand firm when storms appear, for the storms are often last-ditch efforts to distract you from your imminent breakthrough. Be unwavering, be resolute, and be full of praise, because you know how the story ends, with your victory, your answered prayer, and a celebration that will echo throughout your life. In closing, I want you to remember just how powerful you are when you align with faith. You've been chosen for a reason, and part of that reason is to prove that perseverance meets reward. You have become a carrier of hope, showing others that the forces of light are stronger than any darkness we face. When your answered prayer manifests, let it confirm every promise the universe has ever whispered into your heart. Use it as fuel to dream even more audacious dreams. Because once you've seen the impossible become possible, you'll never again settle for the confines of what used to limit you. Chosen ones, the time is now. You are about to receive what you've been praying for. The cosmic doors are swung wide open, and your faith has summoned the blessing you've longed for into your reality. Thank you for joining me in this sacred moment, for believing alongside me, and for taking the bold steps to like this message, subscribe to this channel, and comment with 777. May this be the pivotal point where your life takes a divine turn, never to be the same again. Embrace the joy that's about to flood your life, and get ready to testify of the wonders that faith can accomplish. Your story of breakthrough has only just begun.